Hi, Internet friends. So, I just heard a story about a 30-year-old named Ryan Fournier, who is a founder of a group called Students for Trump. And apparently, um, he was arrested on a domestic violence charge. A friend of his came to his apartment. She found him intoxicated on the floor, and he threatened her. And of course, his roommate was there at the time and backed up her story. But no, this isn't the first time he's had this type of arrest. The first one that I could find that I heard about was back in 2023, where he allegedly um, beat up his then girlfriend. So this story got me curious. So I looked some names up, okay? And let's see, I got Corey Mills, um, a Representative Max Miller, a Republican candidate for Congress, Royce White, Brett Johnson, excuse me, and then there was Tony Gonzalez, all having arrests or police contact for domestic abuse. Now, I did find some Democrats in there because I thought, let's do fair reporting or chatting or whatever this is that I'm doing. Um, but I did find two, and one, as we all know, is Eric Swalwell, which that disappointed me a lot. But if he's charged and he did it, he needs to pay for it, period. And then there was another one. His name is Kevin Chikowski, I think is how that name is pronounced. Um, and he was charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and 2 counts of battery on persons over the age of 65. He did that to his parents. Who does that to one's parents? I mean, this guy should not be in politics. Okay? Left, right, center, it doesn't matter. A person like this is dangerous. And odds are, this person was probably on something. Just like this Ryan Fournier was apparently intoxicated. Not an excuse. In fact, it's a reason to stop doing the things you're doing, like drinking and using drugs, okay? Because you're going to end up hurting somebody when you're loaded. I know. I'm a survivor. Yeah. But that's a story for another day. But it just seems to me like a lot of these people that are getting arrested and charged for domestic violence and battery and crimes that, well, I can't really, sexual assault, are Republican men. What is wrong with these guys? Did they not get enough hugs from their mommies or something? I mean, this is ridiculous. And then we have the Epstein files. Okay? And Epstein's illegal um, organized crime sex trafficking ring had been going on for years, decades. And nothing ever happened to the guy. Kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? You know, this is why people, when they come into a bunch of money, need to be forced to take a class on how to act when you have a bunch of money, or basically how not to act. You know, classes in, well, empathy for starters, because these people that have all of this money seem to think that they can do whatever they want. But that's the problem. They can. And they've been getting away with it forever. People like us, we're nothing to them. They can do what they want to whoever they want, whenever they want, without consequence. It's not right. Hence, the creation of Donald Trump. Okay? Guy grew up with a lot of money, grew up privileged, and look at how he treats people. Okay? He sees Americans as less than. They don't have any money, so they don't matter. Why should I care about them? He didn't run for president to do anything for the American people anyway. That was not his goal. His sole reason for running for president the second time was to avoid jail. Let's not forget 34 felony convictions. Okay? 34. That's a lot. So that's the reason why he ran for president. Right? The other reason why is because he's turned the presidency into one great, big, huge, fat grift. And he is robbing us blind. $10 billion lawsuit against his own IRS, and then his own DOJ settles with his own IRS for $1.8 billion, nearly $2 billion of a slush fund that he can hand out to his thugs, his henchmen. That's what it's for. Plus all the tariffs. Okay? He did those tariffs, I think, just so he could see how much money of that money he could pocket. And again, let's not forget about the account he has in a bank in Qatar. Who knows how much money's there? Plus, then we got this alleged Board of Peace, okay, which is supposed to be his answer to the United Nations. Okay. Come to find out, this Board of Peace is broke. Yeah, there is no money in their coffers. People have donated. People from other countries have donated, yeah. But the money's gone to a personal bank account with J.P. Morgan Chase. So, seriously, really, this has been nothing but one huge extortion scheme, scam, whatever, from the beginning. From the very beginning. Let's see how much money I can get away with. And of course, he's calling for an audit of Fort Knox. Okay, he doesn't want to audit Fort Knox. He wants to steal the gold. That's his whole plan. He is going to rob this country blind. You, me, everyone in our borders. people that are not in our borders. That's what his plan is, I think. That's my opinion. I think that was his plan all along. Stay out of prison and steal as much money as he possibly can shove in his pockets and treat as many women like shit as I can along the way. Because my name is all, his name, not my name, his name is all over the Epstein files. And again, like I said yesterday, it should be the Trump Epstein files. Because his name is in there, in those files, probably more than Epstein's name is. I mean, come on. And again, I don't think he was like just a friend of Epstein. No, I think, my opinion, is that he was a full-on partner and involved in it up to his eyeballs. And that's why he doesn't want it to come out. Because we got to remember, Trump is transactional. I do this for you, you give me this much money. I help you out, you give me this much money. Transactional. And he doesn't ever, and never has done, as far as I am concerned, he's never done anything out of the goodness of his heart. And that could be because there's no goodness there in that heart. This guy, I'll tell you, if there is anyone in history that needs to answer for their crimes, it's Trump. He needs to. This is ridiculous. He's robbing us blind. And he's doing it with a smile on his face, and he's lying to the American people every single day. But anyway, my thoughts, my rant, my opinions. We all know what opinions are like. But that's okay, because we're all allowed to have them. We're all allowed to express our opinions. But I'm going to end this video. And again, like, subscribe, comment, share, all of the things. And I'm going to end this video, but not before I tell all of my internet friends to take care of yourselves wherever you are.